Previously on Pokey Survivor, an angry Sock lashed out on those who just voted out his brother, and Slowking tried to lure his only ally left away from him. After an eruption between Sock and Cubone, Sock was finally sent home. 14th person voted out in the 5th member of our jury, Sock. With Cubone all alone, he tried to convince the others to side with him. What the others didn't know was that Cubone had a secret weapon. I'm gonna play the idol myself, which he used to take out who he deemed the biggest kiss ass. 15th person voted out in the 6th member of our jury, Sigalith. 5 are left, and a winner will be crowned on this epic finale of Pokey Survivor. That was incredible. I'm just glad I didn't go home. I thought about it, but at the end of the day, Sigalith was the least beneficial to my game. Last night, I was just totally blindsided. I wouldn't have thought in like a million years that Cubone would possess an idol. I guess P-Dub was telling the truth, and was innocent after all. Oh well, Cubone, you just bought yourself another day here. But now, that reign of power is over, and you're going home next. So Sigalith goes home, and I am just baffled. I cannot believe we didn't see that coming. Especially since we just gave him the green light to step on our toes and screw us. I'm out for revenge, and I want that bitch's mask on a silver platter. So I feel really relieved that Cubone decided to send home Sigalith instead of me. To an extent, I owe him, but I think it's too late to work with Cubone, as he could destroy me on that jury. The Alliance is scrambling. They're pissed. I pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and they were scared shitless. It sucks that I'm completely idoless, so I have to use this time that I've been given to make up some ground. It'll take a lot of convincing, but I believe they'll come around. "36 days down, 3 to go. Who would have thought we would have made it this far?" I sure didn't. And shit, I still don't believe it. It's getting down to the wire, and we really need to start thinking about the end goal. Hopefully the two of us will end up in the final 2 together. Gothita and I are great friends, and pretty close allies. However, Gothita has a huge underdog story that can help her win the game. They might see me as an irrelevant floater and undeserving, but I feel like I don't want to go all the way to the end with her, because she'll destroy me. At this point, the only one I think I could beat is Emolga or Slowking. Slowking has pissed off a lot of jury members, and Emolga's just kind of seen as Slowking's right-hand woman. Maybe it's better to go with them to the final 3? I don't know. God, this could turn out really bad for us. I know, Cubone will for sure side with Gothita and Gorbis. What are we gonna do? Well, I know Cubone is going against us, but what if... Go on, what is it? It's risky, but what if we turned Gothita and Gorbis against each other and send one of them home this week, instead of Cubone? He might be against us, but we could still get rid of Gothita and Gorbis this way. It's a good idea, and I think I might know how we could do it. I could convince Gothita that Gorbis is working with you, and get her to agree to voting out Gorbis. Or the other way around, whichever you think will work better. Agreed. It's just hard to decide which one we should deceive. At this point, it's almost pointless to take out Cubone. He might be against us, but at the same time, this might be a good opportunity to turn against Gothita and Gorbis. I'm just hoping Gothita is dumb enough to vote out her closest ally, or at the very least cause a lot of doubt in her mind. Hey Emolga, what's up? Oh, nothing, just relaxing for today's challenge, that's all. I understand. I wanted to talk to you about something. Shoot, I'm here for you. Oh, I was just wondering what you thought about Plan B. Let's say Cubone wins today. I wouldn't mind getting rid of Gothita. Fine by me. Mind if I ask why? For one, I don't want it to be me, and two, I feel like Gothita has this massive underdog story similar to that of Cubone. She came from the bottom of her original tribe to the bottom of the Cro-Magnons to the final 5. I see your point. Yeah, this is pretty scary to go against her at the end. I just want you to know that I am with you and Slowking all the way to the end. And I'm glad to hear that. Gorbis, what are you doing? You just gave me ammunition against you. Are you dumb? I'm putting a lot of trust in Emolga. Hopefully if things go well, Gothita and Cubone go home and it's me versus Emolga versus Slowking in the final 3. What's going on, Gothita? Everything alright? I'm fine, thanks. Last night was definitely surprising, and I'm just really still in shock. You could say that again. At the same time, I'm just really glad to still be here. I mean, you're here for now, but I would be a little worried. Why is that? Me and Gorobus just had a little conversation describing what she wants to do in the case that Cubone wins immunity today. Oh? If Cubone wins immunity, she wants you out of here. Just figured I should at least warn you. That's fucked up. Like, after all this time with working with her. I know, right? I'm not buying this shit for a minute. I think I ought to go right to Gorobus and figure out what's going on. Okay, so Gorobus, I was told some information. That being that you apparently are going around dragging my name in the dirt. What? That's ridiculous. I would never do such a thing to you. You must have been told wrong. Like, who would tell you something like that? Emolga did. Well, she's a liar. Like, do you really even trust her? Not really. Well, shit. Maybe there was some truth to Emolga's story. Gorobus was pretty defensive about the whole situation. It makes me very uneasy. Oh, shit. Emolga just put a knife in my back. I'm just hoping Gothita bought that because I might be screwed. I need more immunity more than ever. Holy shit. Welcome, Final 5, to your next immunity challenge. For today's immunity challenge, it is as simple as making a tower of cards. One twist, however, if you haven't already noticed, the wind is absolutely terrible, and it will knock over your entire tower. The contestant that can keep their tower up for the longest period of time, over an hour, wins individual immunity. Alright, let's not waste any more time and get right to it. I think I'm getting this. This isn't too hard, you know? Not too bad. Now to wait. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. God damn it! Gothita's current record is 11 seconds. The score to beat. Wow, this is incredibly easy. Or maybe not. Damn it! Well, I guess that's better. The current record is Emolga at 38 seconds. I need this more than anyone. Come on, come on. Come on, I can do this, I can do this! Yes! Come on, come on! Yes, yes, yes! And Cubone passes Emolga's record at 44 seconds, and that's it! Cubone wins individual immunity! Congratulations, Cubone. Immunity is yours, and considering how last night went, you definitely needed it. And at the very least, you will be in the Final 4. Rest of you, Tribal Council, where one of you will become the 7th member of our jury. Head back to camp. Find out who that is going to be. So Cubone wins immunity, and it doesn't look too good. Hopefully, I can convince Gothita that it is right to take out Slowking. About damn time I won immunity. I needed this more than anybody. And now I get to live another day. Now to just sit back, relax, and watch the Alliance self-destruct. Good job, Cubone. Proud of you, man. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Cubone winning immunity is no big deal. He can be dealt with soon, but this gives me an excuse to turn on Gorobus and Gothita. I need to have a talk with Emolga to see what exactly is going on. So what's the plan tonight? Write down Gorobus. She came up to me with this plan to vote out Gothita, and I went right back to Gothita to break the news. Now she's doubting Gorobus a lot, and we need that in this vote. Indeed. Do you think we need Cubone in on this? Do you really think he'll vote with us? Yeah, right. I'm gonna go talk to Gothita and make sure she's with us on this vote. Now to make sure that Gothita votes with us tonight, it's crucial to gain her trust to win this game. Me and Slowking worked our asses off to get here, and we're not giving up now. Yeah, this is really tough. So I was thinking, would you be on board with voting out Gorobus? I guess so, considering she's writing my name down. I hope you'll make the right choice for your game. I hope this will help me progress further in this game. I am really uneasy when it comes to this vote. On one hand, I feel like I'm the swing vote tonight. On the other, I think I'm being duped. I'm just really scared and I have no idea who to believe. I talked to Cubone. He's on board with voting out Emolga tonight. Yep, sounds good. Here's the final four, huh? Yep, sounds like a plan. After a lot of thought today, I've come to the realization that I'm just being too paranoid. Me and Gathita are solid, and hopefully she'll forget about almost catching me with my hand in the cookie jar. It's Emolga I can't trust. Even if I can beat her, there's no way in hell I'll make it to the end with her. Holy shit, this is rough. Tonight's vote is completely insane, and I have no idea where I'm going. I don't know if my vote will save myself or screw myself. I'm just so confused and so conflicted, and I have no time to think or ponder. I have to make a decision by tonight. Man, this game gets rough towards the end. It's been a long road, and hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Welcome back to Tribal Council. Let's bring in our jury. Krabby, Torkoal, P-Dove, Throw, Sock, and Sigalith voted out the last Tribal Council. Down to 5 and only 3 days left. Emolga, how is this pressure of the home stretch for you? Nerve-wracking to say the least. Tonight only 4 of us are eligible for elimination, and there's not much room to squirm. I'm just hoping I don't go home tonight. Cubone, how are you feeling going from the bottom of the tribe, forced to use an idol, to the balcony seat and king of the world tonight? I'm still nervous because there's only 2 more tribals before the end. I'm trying to make it there in any way I possibly can. I'm safe tonight, but I don't know about tomorrow or the next day. I'm taking it one day at a time right now. Gorobus, how confident are you in tonight's vote and that you will be in the final 4? Honestly, I'm not sure, but hopefully I'll come out on top tonight. If things go my way, the person I want to go home goes. For the longest time, I was loyal to them, but now's the time to cut them loose. Slowking, is it difficult for you emotionally to vote out these people that you've spent more than a month with? Of course, I've gotten to know and love everyone here, but it is a game, and you have to make moves in order to win. Alright, let's find out which one of you will be cut loose. It is time to vote. Cubone, you're up. Checkmate, bitch. It's been 36 days, and it's about damn time I'm able to write your name down. I'll go tally the votes. Okay, once the vote's been read, the decision is final. The person voted out must leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Emolga. Gorobus. Emolga. 2 votes Emolga, 1 vote Gorobus. Gorobus. We're tied. 2 votes Emolga, 2 votes Gorobus, 1 vote left. 16th person voted out and the 7th member of our jury. Gorobus. Wow. Gorobus, tribe has spoken. with only 3 more days in the past, it's going to be full-on warfare until the very end. Head back to camp, get a good night's sleep. It was definitely an interesting experience, to say the least. I feel most betrayed by Gothita, honestly. I thought we had a thing going on, but I guess not. Because she betrayed me in the end. Maybe it was really Slowking and Emolga who was getting in her head. And honestly, if that's the case, you know, props to them. Because they're just damn good players, and I'm hoping they consist of the final 2. But at the same time, I'd rather see Gothita in the final 2 because I think she played a really strong game. And in general, I would be satisfied if she won. But to everyone left, good game. Hope all of you do well. Even though it's the final 4, kind of late in the game. But yeah, congratulations to you all, and even though if I couldn't be there. Final 4, everyone! Woo! Yay! I feel like a complete idiot. They tricked me into voting out Gorbis by putting fear and paranoia into my head. And I literally had the votes to get rid of Emolga, but I just completely fucked that up. The only thing that keeps me safe tomorrow is if Cubone is vulnerable. If he wins tomorrow, I am completely screwed. So Gorbis goes home, and honestly, it's no big loss for me. Either way, I'm next to go, so hopefully I can win immunity again today, and force the Alliance to keep cannibalizing each other, while I get off scot-free. So the plan was a success. I managed to turn Gothita against Gorbis, and now Gorbis is gone. I bet Gothita is feeling really dumb now, because the only reason I would keep her around tomorrow night is if Cubone loses immunity. So if Cubone wins tomorrow, bye-bye. Somehow I managed to escape the vote and turn the tables on Gorbis. Now Slowking and I control half the votes, and it won't be hard to convince the other 2 to turn on each other. Cubone, we need to talk. About what? You and I both know that if we don't stick together on this vote, it's just going to be Slowking and Emolga in the final 2. You know that, right? You're right. Those 2 need to be taken care of. Although, you shot yourself in the foot last night and only screwed yourself, and of course Gorbis over. And I'm a dead man walking no matter what, so last night really didn't matter to me. Cubone, I can save you. I can force a tie and keep both of us safe. And then you can finally take your shot at Slowking. It's an interesting proposition, and I am completely on board with it. So apparently, Gothita and I are now working together. Do I trust it entirely? Hell no, because she's only interested in voting out Slowking, and then I get taken out at Final 3 for being a jury threat. At the same time, however, I'm a beggar, and beggars can't be choosers. The craziest part about this whole deal is, I'm actually going to commit to it. Only days ago, Cubone was dead man walking. Today, he's a valuable vote on my side. I hope I can win immunity today, so we can carry through with this plan. 2 more days. I can't believe the 2 of us went all the way together. I remember day 1 we were just talking on the bus as 2 acquaintances. I never thought I would go this deep with you. Honestly, I feel the same way. You're honestly one of the smartest people I've ever met. I mean, it feels like we go together so well, like compliments. Aw, you're so sweet. We're like a dynamic duo in this game. No one else was even close to our strength as a duo. Not even the actual biological brothers were closer than us. Emolga is probably my greatest friend ever, right behind my stunning wife. It's been a complete pleasure to work with her for the past 37 days. She's like that friend you go to a bar with every Friday night. You wish those times would never end. But alas, there's only 2 more days until it does end. Slowking has been my ride or die since day 1. We connect so well personally, and we're an unstoppable force when it comes to gameplay. Now, I know you shippers out there want us to be together, but honestly, I don't see us together like that. I see nothing wrong with us being very tight friends. And that doesn't automatically mean, herder, we're in love, XD. He's simply a business partner that I think is a really good friend, and overall a great person. Now down to business. What do you have in mind? Pretty simple in my opinion. Cubone goes home if he loses. Gothita goes home if he wins. The tricky part is making sure the 2 don't vote together. If Cubone loses, it'll be easy. If he wins, not so much. He might try and save Gothita just so he can take one of us out. Gothita won't win a tiebreaker, don't kid yourself. It's not a risk I want to take, honestly. Let's see who wins immunity first. Good idea. Welcome, Final 4, to your penultimate immunity challenge. For today's challenge, each of the 7 jurors had one question each to provide. You must provide your answer on a piece of parchment, which will be provided. If you get it right, you earn a point. The player with the highest amount of points at the end wins immunity. Let's get right to it. Alright, Final Four, are you ready to go? Let's get started. Question 1 is from the first jury member, Krabby. He asks, what was my favorite moment from the pre-jury phase? You have 30 seconds to answer. Answers, please. Okay. The correct answer was Spheel's Blindside. Gothita and Slowking both get points. The next question is from Torkoal. He asks, how many immunities did I win? You have 30 seconds to answer. Answers, please. Alright. The correct answer was 3. Everyone gets a point except for Gothita. The next question is from P-Dove. And P-Dove asks, what are my pronouns? Answers, please. The correct answer was Dra, Drag, and Fairy Bait. Everyone gets a point except for Gothita. Slowking is in the lead with 3 points so far. Next question is from Throw. He asks, who is older, me or Sock? You have 30 seconds. Answers, please. The correct answer is Sock. Cubone and Gothita each get a point. Slowking and Emolga, you both got it wrong. The next question is from Sock. He asks, how many times did I vote incorrectly? Answers, please. The correct answer is 5 at Tribal Council 4, 7, 10, 13, and 14. Cubone and Gothita get a point. The next question is from Sigalith. She asks, what did I win in the auction? Answers, please. The correct answer is nothing. Everyone gets a point except for Cubone. Cubone and Slowking and Gothita are tied for first. If all 3 of them get this wrong or right, we go to a tiebreaker. Other than that, this is possibly the final round. Gorbis's question is, what was my favorite challenge? Answers, please. The correct answer is the SOS challenge from episode 6, which means Cubone wins individual immunity for the 2nd time in a row. Congratulations, Cubone. Once again, immunity is yours. You are now guaranteed the final 3. Rest of you, after 37 days, somebody will become the 8th member of our jury. Head back to camp, find out who that will be. Immunity once again. I'm really excited because, well, I'm so close to the end, and there's only one more challenge in my way before I can win this game. Somehow, I've managed to make it this far, and I'm proud of myself. Cubone wins immunity again, and this is the worst case scenario. Hopefully, I can convince him that Gothita is counterfeit and that he should just cut her loose. You're a beast, Cubone. Nah, I just got lucky today. I wouldn't call 2 in a row just luck. So Cubone wins immunity, and it sucks. Now I have to convince him to get rid of Gothita. It's crucial that she goes tonight, so it'll be down to me and him and Emolga in the final immunity challenge. So the deal's still on, right? Absolutely. I want Slowking out of here. Same, honestly. Hopefully I can win the tiebreaker. Yeah, I hope you do too. Now that I have immunity, I feel I have a lot of power this late in the game. On one hand, I can really shake things up by forcing a tie. On the other, I could play it safe and just send home Gothita. But that can potentially cost me her jury vote, so I really have to think about this. I feel safe knowing that Cubone is on my side, and now it's time to force a tie and take down the power couple. It's been a long season, but I think I can pull this off and win this game. What's going on, man? I'm just happy knowing I'm safe. Between the 2 of us, I think you know what to do tonight. Do you honestly think that Gothita is going to beat either of us in any sort of tiebreaker? I don't know, it's just really a tough decision. All it's going to do is waste your time. You're safe anyways. Enjoy the night. You could possibly win your way to the end. Guess you're right. I don't know, I have to think about this. It seems that we have planted the seed of doubt in Cubone. Hopefully now it'll be a 3-1 vote against Gathita. I made sure that I was confident in my ability to win a tiebreaker, and hopefully that intimidates him to voting out Gathita, who hasn't won anything whatsoever. Tribal tonight's going to be tough, but hopefully I'm making the right decision with my vote. Welcome back to Tribal Council. Let's bring in our jury. Krabby, Torkoal, P-Dove, Throw, Sock, Sigalith, and Gorobus voted out at the last Tribal Council. So, here we have it. You guys are so close to the end. There's only one more immunity challenge, and then you've made it. Cubone, how does the pressure of winning final immunity tomorrow settle with you? Well, if I'm going to be honest, not so good. I basically have to win tomorrow in order to make it to the final 2. It's a challenge, yes, but if I play it right, I can win it. Slowking, you've come along in this game. Your name has come up as a vote so many tribals. Yet, here you are, compared to other vote hogs which are sitting over there. Do you think the people were sending a message to you when voting against you? Oh yeah. I knew that a lot of people don't like me. They saw me as the leader and they had to take them down, and I take that as a compliment. It's gotten me this far. Who knows? Maybe it'll get me the million. Emolga, there's only 3 people eligible to be voted out tonight. Does that make you nervous at all? Tonight? No. I know tonight it's not me. It's either Gathita or Slowking. I don't think I should hide that fact. There might just be a tie tonight as well, so that makes me nervous. I just hope that ideas aren't falling onto deaf ears. Gathita, does that statement concern you at all? Of course it does, but I also knew that Emolga and Slowking are going to try to keep each other intact, because they are top 2 if Cubone and I don't do something about it. Hopefully we can have a tie, and hopefully I can win this tiebreaker. Well, it seems that everything is laid out on the table. You guys are probably itching to vote. Well, instead of waiting around all night, let's get to it. It is time to vote. Gathita, you're up. Not much to this. I just hope we have 2 votes and force a tie, because I'm ready. Nice try, silly little girl, but there's no way you can escape my wrath. Catch you on the flip side, baby. This is probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in this game. Well, here goes nothing. I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out must leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Slowking. Gathita. Gathita. 2 votes, Gathita. I'll read the last vote. The 17th person voted out a Poké Survivor back to the past, and the 8th member of our jury. Gathita. Need you to bring me your torch. Phew. Sorry, Gathita. It's part of the games, no worries. Gathita, tribe has spoken. Congratulations, Emolga, Slowking, and Cubone. You are the final 3. Tomorrow, you will participate in the final immunity challenge where the winner will determine who will be here on day 39 to face these jurors. Head back to camp, get a good night's sleep. I think I'm gonna cry. I played so hard in this game. I've had so many hardships and so much trouble in this game, and I've been at the bottom the entire time. But somehow I managed to make it to the Final Four, and I'm proud of myself on that level, but at the same time, I didn't win at all. But in general, like, this game was rough. It was really a long road for me, and I had to watch a lot of my allies go home since the beginning, and I just saw people gradually drop and drop and drop, and then I finally made the final mistake that nailed the final nail in the coffin. I am a little upset that Cubone didn't vote to keep me, but, you know, he has to do what's best for him, and I hope he's there on day 39 so he can win.
Man, that was hard to watch.
It really was. Catheta played as hard as she could, and it just slipped away from her. I really hated for her. She was so close to day 39. She would have won if we weren't careful. I agree. I don't think I could have beaten her in the final two.
It's rough considering she had so much passion for this game, and I really feel terrible. But it was all for gameplay, and it was really nothing personal against her.
Last night, I made the most difficult vote I have ever had to make. At the end of the day, I realized regardless of how bad I wanted Slowking gone, Catheta wasn't going to win a tiebreaker against him. Both him and Emolga have challenge wins under their belt, and Catheta has 0 wins under hers. Hopefully I can win this next immunity, and I can win the entire game.
And so, another one of my targets goes home. And now there's only one more person standing in my way of $1 million. His name is Cubone, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he's the next to leave.
So here we are, almost at the end. At this point, I know I'm going to the end. If Cubone wins tomorrow, he votes out Slowking. If Slowking wins tomorrow, he votes out Cubone. And here I am just sitting pretty. I feel like I have a better chance against Slowking than I do against Cubone. With Cubone, he already has Krabby and Throw without even trying. And despite his bitter exit, Sock too. Against Slowking, it's up in the air more. Then again, he might also gain a lot of respect from his gameplay, but I'm sure they'll give me my credit where it's due. I came up with half the schemes, and I executed plenty of them. Welcome to your final immunity challenge. We'll be doing a little bit of traveling. So without further ado, hop on board and I'll explain the challenge when we get there. As you may know, one of the most infamous parts of the prehistoric era was the Ice Age. Don't you have stuff for us? What would the challenge be then? For today's challenge, you will hold onto a pole over an Arctic lake. Last one standing wins final immunity and is guaranteed a spot in the final tribal council. Let's get to it. Emolga, since you are a flying type, I've had my interns surround this lake with the move Gravity, putting you on even playing ground with the other two. Fine by me. I can feel it, baby. I'm going to die here.
This is by far the worst challenge yet. Oh, it's so cold. Ugh.
Please stop talking. You're making me colder. Come on, you pussies! Where's your sense of pride and accomplishment? You didn't have to pay any money to get to day 38. You earned it. Bite me, Jolteon. This coffee is so warm. It makes me feel really good. I wish I had some to share. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. The first person who drops gets this extra cup of coffee. Served just as fresh as it could be. Even at camp, I know you're dying for some coffee right now. No way in hell I would drop for a cup of coffee. I'm not even considering moving until those other two drop and the necklace is around me. Fuck it, I'll take it. Alright, Slowking drops, and we're down to 2. What the hell, Slowking? You throw the biggest immunity challenge of the season for a cup of coffee. Way to put the pressure on me, you asshole.
Why should I freeze my ass off when I'm not going to win anyways? It was completely unbearable, and Emolga can win this, no problem. Oh my god, yes, this is so good.
I know, right? Can't believe he put all this on you. Excuse me? He's making you do all its dirty work while he gets the credit. You're insane. I've worked my ass off and everyone has noticed. Not what I heard, but okay. What have you heard? Everyone on the jury thinks that Slowking did everything. He was the mastermind, and you're only a follower. Why you? Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm only telling you what others said. Like who? Basically, there's a pact that was made at the beginning of the jury. to vote up for Slowking if he made it to the end.
All I'm saying is Slowking is running that show.
He's doing a damn good job of it. I can't really get anyone to budge.
He has ruled them all with an iron fist. He's going to take the biggest floater goat to the end.
$5 says it's either Gorbis or Amoga. Which one is a bigger goat at the end?
Honestly, Amoga. At least Gorbis will listen to you. She's at least trying for jury votes. No way in hell I vote for her against Slowking.
But, if you take him to the end, you've already lost 3 votes. Judging by Sigilyph's exit, there's already 4 against you. Gorbis didn't necessarily care for you either, so it might just cost you the win. The only vote I have for sure is Krabby. You might think I'm this huge jury threat, but in reality, I'm the lesser of 2 evils. I don't even know what to say. Your chance of an easy victory left when Gorbis went home. Now you're stuck with 2 big jury threats, and you might just have to choose between them. Cubone had a serious point. I mean, Slowking is a giant jury threat, but again, so is Cubone.
So I see Cubone and Amoga talking up on the polls. I don't like that. They're saying it just quite enough to where I can't hear, and I am suspicious. There's no doubt in my mind Cubone is trying to get into Amoga's head. I'll just have to fix that when I get back to camp. It's been 45 minutes and neither have budged. Let's see how much longer this will take.
This is so... this hurts.
Out of nowhere, Cubone drops and Amoga wins final immunity. Congratulations, Amoga. Final immunity is yours, and you will decide who will be the 18th person voted out, and also who you will go with to the final 2. And back to camp, you have a tough decision to make this evening. Winning final immunity is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, I'm safe, and I'm guaranteed final 2. On the other hand, I have to decide who comes with me to the final 2. So, Amoga wins final immunity, and I'm one step closer to winning this game. Amoga has been my ride or die this entire game, and I'm happy to see her win for herself, and hopefully she takes me to the end, where I can win this game. It's just going to take a little bit of reprogramming that Cubone has decided to tamper with. Congrats, Amoga.
Good job today, you're an excellent competitor. Thanks, guys. So here I am, completely vulnerable, and my fate is in the hands of Amoga. This is simply terrifying, and I'm going to have to do everything that it takes to survive to the final 2 and win. I feel like I have a compelling enough argument, as you saw on the polls, but I have to drive it in to make sure she understands she has a better chance against me.
Now, I know that Cubone has approached you with his case. I'm not stupid. The thing is, you have to understand, he's only trying to get you to take him to the end so he can win. Now, you know he has this whole Neanderthal squad behind him, right?
That's only 3 votes tops, Slowking. I'm pretty sure I can win the rest of the jury.
Ah, but you remember, PETA felt burned by both of us. Cubone didn't burn the dragon. As for Torkoal, there's no way he doesn't vote Cubone, considering his story. Sigilyph is the only vote I don't see Cubone getting. Gorbis is a toss-up, and I'm pretty sure Gothita is pro-Cubone.
I'm really conflicted here. In terms of gameplay, Slowking beats me. In terms of social game, Cubone beats me. At this point, I have to consider how the jury is voting and what I have to do to win this game. It's really rough out here, and I have to make a decision. I just hope I'm not making a mistake. Both of them made really good cases, and I'm really torn who to take to the final 2.
Welcome back to Tribal Council. Let's bring in our jury. Krabby, Torkoal, PETA, Throw, Sock, Sigilyph, Gorbis, and Gothita voted out at the last Tribal Council. So here we are, day 38. You 3 have endured more than a month of hardships. Brutal elements, fierce competitions, and most importantly, 17 other players who had the same goal as you on day 1. You've managed to outlast every single one of them. Cubone, day 1. Did you think that you would still be here this close to 1,000,000?
Of course not. I didn't know exactly where I was going to land, and especially after the Krabby boot, I was pretty sure my days were numbered. But now that I've gotten to this point, it's very shocking. I've went from a quiet, under-the-radar player to making it to day 38 and outlasting so many people.
Slowking, did you expect to be here on day 38? I was confident in my ability to make it here, but I was always afraid something would go wrong. I've been playing my heart out since day one, and I haven't stopped since. So, I'm not necessarily surprised, more so proud of myself for playing to my fullest potential. Emolga, with that necklace, you'll be here on day 39. Could you tell me what's on your mind right now when it comes to all this happening? I am truly afraid. Both of these guys have approached me with two different cases, both of which make a lot of sense. I have to decide between someone who had a very strong social game and someone who had a very strong strategic game. I'm happy that I am making it to the very end, but that's not enough to win. You need jury votes on your side, and the decision I make will be based on that. I'm voting out the person who I feel will be harder to beat tomorrow. So it seems as though you have thought about this very hard, and it seems you're ready to vote. I sure am. I've made my decision, and it's been a long day, but yes, I do know what I'm going to do. Alright, before we get started, I want to remind you that since Emolga has immunity, Cubone, you can only vote for Slowking, you can't vote for Emolga, and Slowking, you can't vote for Emolga, you can only vote for Cubone. Therefore, your votes cancel each other out. So the only person voting tonight is Emolga. With that said, it is time to vote. Emolga, you're up. I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Alright, I'll go get the vote. Okay, once the vote is read, the decision is final. The person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the vote. 18th person voted out a Poke Survivor back to the past. Cubone, I need you to bring me your torch. Ah, so close. Good game, man. I hope you know that this is the hardest decision I've ever made in this game, period. It's all good. Cubone, the tribe has spoken. Well, Emolga, Slowking, the two of you have gone as far as you can go in this game. Tomorrow night, Cubone and these 8 other jurors will decide your fate at the final tribal council. Head back to camp, get a good night's sleep. You're gonna need it.
It really sucks that I went home when I did. I really played my heart out. I almost made it to the end. It really sucks that I choked on this final immunity challenge, and I really had fun playing, and I would love to play again, just to correct this mistake. It really sucks that I didn't win, but I'm proud of Emolga and Slowking for doing what they wanted to do from the beginning, which was make it to the end together, and they did it. And you know, how could I be bitter when they did what they wanted to, and I should be happy for them. So, you know, I had a great time. Good luck to you, Final 2.
We did it! We made it to the end together.
I'm so excited, even after that really tough vote.
So what exactly did cause you to vote him out over me?
I felt that Cubone had a much better social game, and that would win him a lot of jury votes. I think I can beat you in all honesty. I have a much better relationships with the jury than you do as far as I can see.
As far as you can see, being only 2 feet in front of you. I managed to manipulate Emolga from taking Cubone into taking me. Emolga, you're a sweet girl, but man, you fucked up really bad. This game is mine, and if you think you can honestly beat me, then I've already won. I consider Emolga a friend. But man, that was a horrible judgment call for her, and a successful move by me.
Last night's vote was tough, but I think I can beat Slowking tomorrow. I've been working on my angles since I won today, and now I think I have what it takes to knock down the Great King, because the Queen's here, baby.
Oh my god, no way!
Are those Baconators? Oh my god, I need this.
The Day 39 feast was everything I could have imagined. There was so much food, I couldn't even tell you what I was eating when I was so damn hungry. You don't think it's bad until you finally get out here starving to death. This isn't just island-themed Big Brother, you know.
It was just magnificent. There were Baconators! I've been craving one since that bitch-ass whore Throw took mine in the auction. Now, I can have my own Baconator. And I am a very happy girl right now. Honestly, this makes me forget about the game a little bit and appreciate this food we've been given for making it this far.
Oh man, I'm stuffed.
It's been 39 days since I've eaten like that. Holy cow.
You know, I'm so tired of looking at that shitty shelter the Neanderthals built. We should burn this bitch down.
We'll burn down the forest, you moron.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it'd be funny. Tonight, I'm going to be as aggressive as possible when it comes to describing my game and all the things that I've done. Emolga better put something good together because my case is strong.
I hate to go against Slowking, but tonight, his name is getting dragged through the mud. I will slay that bitch if it's necessary. Right now, we're civilly eating, but I'm ready to turn up the heat tonight. Welcome, finalists, to your final tribal council. Let's bring in our jury. Krabby, Torkoal, Pedov, Throw, Sock, Sigalith, Gorobus, Gathita, and Cubone voted out at the last tribal council. Alright, here's how this is going to work. The two of you will make your opening statements, and then the jury will ask you each a question. Emolga, since you won final immunity, you will go first. First of all, I just really am proud of myself that I made it this far, and I'm doing this 100% for my family, my friends. It has been nothing but a pleasure playing this game. Each of you jurors was a different challenge when it came to voting you out, because I genuinely liked all of you, so writing your names down just became harder and harder as time went on. I feel, in general, like I connected well with all of you, and I would love it if you guys would vote me to win. Thank you, Emolga. Slowking, you're next.
Alright, so I came into this game knowing how to strategize and piecing together who I could work with, and it turns out those people helped me get to where I am today. And I thank you all for that. In terms of gameplay, it was very simple. I had to make sure it wasn't me and take out those who were my biggest threats. I managed to successfully orchestrate blindsides which many of you were victims of. But I urge you not to take these personally, as they were just gameplay, and it was trying to get myself farther rather than, you know, throwing my game away for other people.
Thank you, Slowking. We'll give the jury a minute to let that sink in, and then we'll start. Alright, let's get started. Krabby, you're first.
Alright, Emolga, I'll start with you. Many of us feel that you were just Slowking's bitch, for lack of a better term. Tell us why we're wrong.
First of all, I don't know who you think you are for calling me a bitch, but sure, whatever, I'll answer your stupid question. Who do you think was actually doing all the stuff that supposedly was Slowking's idea? Well, most of it was me. I was the one talking about people, I was the one getting into your heads, and I was the one who made the moves. Slowking only came up with them.
You do know that's kind of what I mean. I don't discredit you for doing the things that you did, but it seems like while you were doing the dirty work, Slowking was actually playing you all along.
If you think he was the only one behind everything, you're simply fooled. I'm done with you.
Well, fine, bitch, be like that. Good luck losing, you dumbass. Moving on to Slowking. Many of us feel burned by you and your blindsides. My question for you is, why did you make us feel special right before you dumped us all in the trash?
Well, if I'm going to be honest, it was because I didn't want idols in play. I knew that you played an idol on night 10 and Mantine went home. That to me showed that you were capable of finding idols. I know you're not the only example of this, but I'll use Pedov as well. I was convinced that Dra had the idol, and yes, I was wrong. At the time, it made sense, because Pedov was being pretty sketchy. No offense, Pedov.
None taken. Okay, that answers my question. Thank you, Slowking.
Thank you, Krabby. Torkoal, you're up. Alright, so first I want to congratulate the both of you. You earned your place in the final two, and I'm happy for both of you. Emolga, I want you to tell me your ideal pecking order when it came to the beginning of the merge, and how it lined up with reality.
Well, my ideal order was pretty close to what actually happened. In my eyes, it was always Krabby, then Throw, then Sock, then Cubone, then you, then Pedov, then Gathita, and then Gorobus, and last being Sigalith. I think the important thing was that I made it to day 39 with my ride or die, and not the order of the jury.
Fair enough. Slowking, did you even consider for a second sticking to your word with me with the night that I went home? Not for a second. You were the biggest threat in the game, and I knew that this could easily be one of the only chances to send you home. At that point, you hadn't been vulnerable since Bud Daddy went home. So I had no idea how many more immunities you were going to pull out. Therefore, I had to take you out before you had the chance to win more. Okay. You broke your word, and it's whatever. I'm a man of my word, and I'm telling you right now that I'm not going to vote for you tonight. That's fine. I respect that. Alright, I'm done here. Thanks, both of you.
And thank you, Torkel. P-Dove, you're up.
Okay, I have one question for both of you. What exactly happened the night I went home, and did it benefit your games? Go.
Okay, the reason you went home was because I was afraid that you had an idol, but it turns out Cubone had it. At the time, I felt that the 6 was cracking, and I felt I needed to keep around a big target like Sock and Throw to take out the opposition. I knew for a fact that Gothita and Gorbis would not work with Sock and Throw, so I saw it as a perfect opportunity to get rid of someone who could pose an opposition. It benefited me because in an ideal situation, Cubone would have went home at Final 6, and Sigalith, Emolga, and myself would have controlled the votes from there on.
Okay, I understand. Thank you for clearing that up. Emolga, go ahead.
Well, Slowking put it pretty well, but I also feel like you were coming after me specifically, and I saw that as a threat to my game, and I had to get rid of you. I mean, there's nothing really else to it, really.
Okay, thank you both for your honesty. My vote will reflect who I felt was more honest with me.
Thank you, P-Dove. Throw, you're up.
I only got one question, and that's the Slowking. You talk all day long about the game, but I never actually saw you forming friendships with people. It was like a chess game to you. Prove me wrong.
Okay, so I did have solid relationships with quite a few of you. Granted, it was mainly in my Core 6, but I also had a strong bond with Krabby, despite our rivalry. I feel like we didn't connect so much, and I really do apologize if I made you feel isolated. But to be honest, I don't feel you were someone I could talk a lot of game with, and I don't think on a personal level we really clicked. I respect you as a person, but I don't think I connected with you very well, and I apologize about that.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you.
Wow, don't ask me anything.
I don't think I really need to say anything to you. The answers you gave to Krabby and P-Dove gave me all the information I needed to know out of you. Thank you, Throw. Sock, you're up.
I just want to start by saying I can't believe you people are defending this guy. Slowking, I think you are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met. Like, honestly. Both of you are pretty shit finalists, but really, Slowking, you lied to everyone. You made everyone feel safe before stabbing them in the back instead of being a real man and being up front. And don't hide behind the idol excuse.
Sock, I told you to your face that you were going home if you didn't win Final 7 immunity.
And that was the only thing you were honest about. Anyways, I'm done with you. Emolga, you were one of the biggest coattail riders I've seen on one of these shows. Your so-called strategy was to hide behind Slowking the entire game. And let me just say, none of you here believed for a second you were actually going to take Cubone. So you didn't win any Oscars last night, sweetheart.
Sock, I wasn't acting. Cubone brought up really good points, and I was considering taking him to the Final 2. In the end, it really didn't make sense, as I felt I had a much better chance against Slowking.
You ain't fooling no one. The only reason anyone here will vote for you is because they hate Slowking more. I'm done here.
Thank you, Sock. Sigalith, you're up. I don't have any questions for you as the finalists, but I do have something to say to the jury.
Most of you are really bitter. They played better than you, yet you think they're worse than Adolf Darkrai. I hope you get past all your pouty fits and vote for who played the better game. Not who was nice to you, but who played the better game. That's it.
Thank you, Sigalith. Gorbis, you're up.
Okay, so my question is to Slowking. I don't think we ever talked about this, but what would happen had you known about Cubone's idol?
Thank you for asking this, because it's a very good question, but I feel like I probably would have rallied against Gothita that night. Just being honest. I felt she was the lowest hanging fruit in our alliance, and she would have been easy to bait had I known Cubone had the idol.
Alright, thank you. That cleared up a lot of confusion. Man, I'm just getting completely ignored. Alright, Gothita, have at it. First, I want to say to Emolga, the reason the jury is ignoring you is you've done nothing but provide either regurgitated information from Slowking, or you've made bitchy responses. Maybe if you weren't such a cunt, we would actually ask you legitimate questions. So you want me to sit here and let people insult me? Well, if you want the money, you kinda have to. It's not our fault that you have too much pride. The whole point of a jury is to question the finalists, and some of us feel that you have played a coattail game. Yet you have not proven whatsoever otherwise. You can sit here all night and be a cunt, or you could have a shred of grace and give decent answers instead of regurgitated bullshit. Thank you. I'm done here.
Thank you, Gathita. Cubone, finish this off. Alright, my question is for Emolga. After hearing these jurors tell you the same thing I told you, do you regret voting me out last night?
Not entirely. I still feel I have a chance. At this point, I'm banking on those of you who hate Slowking more. He iced you in the back more than I did, and I at least had connections. I had strong relations.
Oh my god, this is fucking good!
Laugh at me, but I had a much better social game than Slowking ever.
Oh, this shit is just too good! Don't keep me up!
Will you just shut the fuck up for a minute? I'm not saying I'm the best, but at least I played to the best of my ability. You losers got sent home one by one, and I managed to stay every single week. You guys are just bitter.
At least we didn't make it to the end by being shitty players. You're just a goat. Get over it.
Whatever, I'm done with all of you. I'm done with all of you.
Thanks, Cubone, and the rest of the jury for that enlightening final tribal council. Let's not waste any more time then. It is time to vote. Krabby, you're up.
Man, you're lucky Emolga's sitting next to you.
Only because Slowking is so much worse. Despite being a complete bitch, I'm still voting for you. Honestly, I'm still unsure.
I'll go tally the votes. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person with the most votes will be crowned the sole survivor. I'll read the votes. First vote, Emolga. Slowking. Emolga. That's 2 votes Emolga. 1 vote Slowking. Slowking. That's 2 votes Slowking. 2 votes Emolga. Emolga. That's 3 votes Emolga. 2 votes Slowking. Slowking. We're tied again. 3 votes Emolga. 3 votes Slowking. Slowking. That's 4 votes Slowking. 3 votes Emolga. The winner, a Poke Survivor back to the past. Slowking. Oh my god, yes! Woo!
Ah, damn it.
Good job, Slowking. You earned it, man.
And with that, we have our winner. This season is over, but oh baby, wait till you see what we have in store next season.